morning. What a wonderful night's rest we got. This place is super quiet. Security walking around all night long, so you don't have to worry about any riffraff. We're less than 30 minutes from our destination. Had a little bit of a scare this morning. The light right here on the DEF had come on, and the warning label on the dash said 40% D-rate in 4 hours. And you know, during the service on Monday, they worked on that a little bit, got everything fixed. As far as I know, truck's been running great, so not real sure what was going on there, but nevertheless, it's off now, and that's all that matters. It fixed itself, which happens. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll top it off as well as the fuel once we get back up to Weber's Falls here in a little while. We're headed now to go unload this thing. A little chicken farm just on the other side of the border of Oklahoma into Arkansas. We got our Google Maps set up. Our trucker GPS couldn't find the address, but let's be real, that actually doesn't surprise me a bit, considering all the money that goes into Google Maps versus, you know, trucker GPS has their maps, which are good, but Google Maps is just that much better. We're gonna get right here on this bypass. We got fantastic salads in there. So that was good to have for dinner. Now we're gonna go down there, sway a little ways, and then we'll cut back to the east, make our way across the border. Super dark out here, obviously. It's not much in the way of city out this way, so everything is just dark. You don't have the street lights or business lights or house lights to kind of illuminate the area. So great thing is it's quiet and dark. Bad thing is it's dark. We'll get this way a little ways. We got about, less than 7 miles before we cut back to the east. We've got 2 transfer loads, like I mentioned yesterday evening. We got those on the schedule for today, so come on, baby. We need this truck to keep it together now. Keep it together. We got work to do. I was starting to think it was because we were sitting on a hill and that the depth gauge was like not a fan of that hill, but I realized I was like, it's 3/8 of a tank. Like, it's not even close to necessarily being empty. You should technically only have to refill your def tank like every 3 to 4 fuel fill-ups. Like, it doesn't burn it at the rate that it burns diesel fuel. So it's a little concerning, like I said, that it was even on. I sorted itself out, I guess. We did have them address the check engine light down on the lower dash, and I think that was part of the DEF problem, the DEF sensor or something. They ordered some parts and put it on there, and Doesn't mean they didn't fix it, just means that maybe there's something a little bit deeper to it. I don't know. You know, they can only fix what they see in front of them. They hook it up to a computer and, you know, you can only fix what you can see. If it ain't broke, you don't fix it because you don't know that it's broken, you know? So, it's one thing about these DEF and DPF trucks is there's a lot of electronics that go into them, and my personal opinion is it's unnecessary. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a dumb truck driver, right? Gotta watch out for deer in the morning as well as right at dusk. You know, dawn and dusk are when they're really kind of moving about. Doesn't mean you won't catch one whenever it's completely pitch black dark, but they really do. They're moving around between that dawn and dusk time period, so just got to be on the lookout here as the sun starts to come up. It's just short of 6:30, so we actually ought to start seeing sunrise here before too long. Good sized rolling hills through this area down here. It's deceiving whenever you're driving. You know, you just look, oh, look at the cute little hills, and then you get to driving on them. It's like, man, that was a hell of a pull, you know, pulling some of these hills with a load. There's not much out here. Just saw a sign back there for Heavener, Oklahoma. Don't give me the line again. Here goes that history stuff. Somebody correct me. But I think Heavener is where an ancient rune stone was found that was created from the Viking time period. Vikings. That's what, Iceland? So that's odd, right? Again, don't give me the line on that. You have to Google or Wiki or, you know, whatever search to verify that information, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. It's been a while. Again, just one of the oddities of Oklahoma is it's just this weird centralized collective of stuff, whether it be, you know, Native American. You know, there was all kinds of Native American history back there in that Choctaw Travel Plaza. You know, even before the code talkers that were part of, I believe it be World War I, that were translating, you know, secrets, U.S. Military secrets through their native Indian languages because they knew other people wouldn't be able to understand it. Well, there's my check engine light. Oh shit. Pardon my French. We'll get this thing up here and we'll get it unloaded, and I don't know, hopefully it'll fix itself. Stay fixed. About a mile to our turn and start making our way east. Should be coming right off into a beautiful sunrise. It's looking pretty good out there. We're into Arkansas now. As you can tell, the roads are wider and a little bit smoother. And our truck is uber pissed. I believe what that light on with the exclamation point looks like a cloud is that the DPF filter is saying that it needs to do its burn, or it can't do its burn or something. I'm thinking it might be because of this gauge. I'm thinking it might be that it's thinking it's low. So we're driving right now, and what I know for certain is, number one, the truck's not saying stop, but number two is, if I was talking to the superintendent there at the shop, he'd tell me 100% get the truck unloaded if it's going to let you, and it is. It's letting me. So getting ready to make our right turn up here and basically head south on into the farm. There's a couple of different ways it was trying to get me to go, but did the satellite view on Google Maps, and this was definitely the safest route for trucks that I could tell. Haven't never been here. Well, not here yet. All right. Good wide area to make this turn. So far Google Maps is going all right for us. No trucks this way without a county permit. Well, we got a delivery to make. Now it's just 3 miles back off in here to this farm. Sharp curve. Man, that sunset's gonna be beautiful. Man, that sunrise is gonna be beautiful. Oh, somebody missed the turn. You hate to see it. I'm really hoping it's just freaking out because of the level of DEF and that it's not a serious issue. But we'll see once I get this thing back up to the Loves there on I-40. They got diesel and DEF at the pump, obviously, so we'll top both off there, and hopefully that will calm itself down. It's the perfect time to come on in here. I was a little worried last night about coming off in here. It was going to be dark, you know, and when you can't see, last thing you want to do is put the trailer off in the ditch or something like that. You know, we're miles away from anybody that can really help us, per se. With having those transfer loads, I needed to stop. I was going to run out of hours, and so it just didn't make any sense to keep pushing. I was going to find myself without time stuck down here, so we're happy with the decision so far. I'm just not too happy with the truck, or the truck's not happy with us. That one's still up for debate. All right, the road curves to the right, but we're gonna drop down into the left here. Slow, loose gravel. Another gear, but I stood with it. Yeah, looks like they chipped this road not long ago, so we are going to take our time on this one. It's getting there. So there's some chicken houses off to the right, but the location we're going, you might be able to see it through the trees. I just caught a glimpse of it. It's down this road right here. Those chicken houses. The propane tank should be just on the other side of them there. All right. Yep. Go. We're just gonna ease on down here. No reason to rush. Private drive. Don't want to tear anything up on their road or on our truck. So we'll just fast forward once we get up here to the tank. You know I'm gonna have to turn around. This is too much of a slope for me to unload facing forward. That's all right. Actually, no, just better safe than sorry. So we'll swing wide, we'll head towards this garage right here, and then we'll back 90 back right there, sight side. Not many truck drivers can say that this is where they go for their deliveries. All right. Get that trailer pitched the right way. Start backing this guy. Kinds of room. Love that. Oh, I can smell the goodness now. If only there was smell-o-vision. All right, we're gonna use, looks like both of our hoses. So no reason to get too awful close because they reach pretty well. Right about there ought to work. All right. Houston, we have a problem. The sunrise is happening. The problem is they've got a lot of propane in their tank. It's a 30,000 gallon tank they've got here, and they're using it. I can hear the hiss. You can't, of course, but I can hear it. They're warming all these chicken houses with their burners. The problem is Somebody was here yesterday, a co-worker of ours. I see the paperwork right there on the bulkhead, and left them at 81%, and they're down to 78.5, 79. My load ain't gonna fit. You know, we're not allowed to leave these tanks any higher than 90, and honestly, you don't even really want to do that all the time at a chicken house. But regardless, we would need to see this guy down around 50, 55 in order to be able to unload, and that's not going to happen today. So I reached out to dispatch. Unfortunately, had to wake him up with the good news. See, here's the paperwork. I've already opened it up. Our coworker was here just yesterday. So needless to say, this load ain't gonna fit. So here we wait. Driver dropped his load off at the wrong tank. There's a west set of houses in a tank, and an east set of houses in a tank. My load was definitely slated for the east side, so I'm in the right place. But that other driver, I think, dropped his at the wrong place, which I can see very easily how it happened. It's all under one address, and the dispatch only showed PO numbers, and it didn't show west or east. So the driver took his load to the address just like I did. So at no harm, no foul. The other tank is right there on the other side of this drive, so we'll ease on over there, and hopefully that one's got room for a load. Shouldn't be too hard to get over there. Like I said, we're gonna go all the way out this drive. It almost perfectly wide, so I think we're gonna have to pull up and do a little jockeying, a little backing. We'll see. Well, it was a challenge to get turned around back there, but we're headed the right way, we think. To be determined. To be determined. Well, the good news is I think we ought to be nosed in here, because goodness gracious. I'm thinking we're gonna have to drive down in there and then just kind of turn it. That way our nose will be down. I'm gonna walk it just to be on the safe side, because there's room to turn around out here, but why turn around if you don't have to? So again, I'm thinking come right along the road here. We'll just nose off towards that fence and put our belly right here. Look at that, 51, 52%. We'll fit into that. Looks like this little makeshift gate or something. I don't know, we can probably just run our hoses through it. I got it chicken wired up. Get it? Okay. Off we go. Off to never, oh, nope, nope, copyright. this way, which is pitching my trailer the wrong way, but once I turn to the left, should bring my trailer back to the right, which is where it needs to be. We're gonna get out and look, see right there. We're too far forward. I'm gonna back up a little bit. It's hard to see from this angle. Meanwhile, we'll pitch that trailer towards that tank just a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's much better. That'll reach. Put this dude in gear. And off we go. Shocks for safety. Pump discharge. There it is, vapor. All right, ding ding. $64. 52%, 64, unknown on their side. Yes, me talking to myself helps. Normally I wouldn't even start their vapor for a little while, but I don't see a vapor gauge, so we're gonna treat it like it's got just as much vapor pressure as ours does. Come on, dude. Okay. They don't have mailboxes out here. They need to get mailboxes and hang them on these things for their paperwork. We're just gonna sit our paperwork under that rock, I figure. It's got all new fittings on it. Looks like new this year. Want to keep that hose just as straight as you possibly can for speed. Come on. Okay. Their belly valve is definitely open. It just filled the hose. We should have more pressure than they do, and this should start unloading. Okay. Remember, we want it spinning away from us. Thank y'all for being here. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for hanging out with me. This channel has grown very quickly, and it's all thanks to you all. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all being here, and liking what I'm doing, subscribing, hanging out with me. You know, not most truck drivers do this kind of thing. And I appreciate the support. So if you have any questions, leave a comment, etc. You can reach me on social media as well. But until next time, keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Take care.